If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways.
So I'm not gonna really talk too much about this, because it's a weird subject for me because of the simple fact that I try to stay out of things politically or of like real world ideals, like in like real world issues like, you know, wars, you know, ideas of like genocide and stuff like that, because I want to like revolve my channel around gaming. But anything like political or stuff like that that involves with gaming, I will talk about. Like I will talk about, like, you know, the whole situation with the Halo community, people downgrading a developer or a person in the actual company because they're LGBT. I will talk about, you know, the government using video games constantly again and again to scapegoat and try to go ahead and put major high taxes or use them as a reason of why school mass shootings have been happening. That's what I will talk about because it has something to do with gaming. Now, when it comes to streamers and YouTubers, sometimes we have to understand when to shut the fuck up. And this is one of the moments that actually happen. To think that you are superior than someone or a group of people because of culture is racist on its own. That's something that is not needed on a platform. For things like streaming and content creating, it's weird that people comment on certain things that have like no place in them. Especially something like this. This is something that shouldn't be commented on in general, because content creation and, you know, things like streaming, especially where Asmongold is a streamer for video games, and gaming should be meant for everyone. It shouldn't come to a point where there's a discussion of hatred. And let's be real, I don't really care if you are pro-Palestine or pro-Israel. It does not matter to me. The fact that you try to go ahead and claim superiority over someone's culture or someone's belief when you possibly don't know about that person's culture or belief, then it's very, very weird to me. It's very, very weird that, you know, it's coming from a content creator in my area. And that's where the moment, once again, as I said, content creators should learn to shut the fuck up. I don't know what it is about content creators nowadays, especially where one of them recently did the wrong thing to a point where he almost got into a car accident. The person that he was with, his cameraman, was highly injured, and the only thing that he could tell his cameraman was to keep filming the situation that happened.
Oh! No!
I do not understand why that's a thing. We have caught people messaging minors left and right. We have caught people doing the wrong things to people that work for them, or the people who held contests and they did wrong by those people. It's just very, very weird. And a lot of people need to understand that we need to hold people to a higher extent and higher area than what they're at. We need to hold people more accountable for the actions that they have. And it's just very, very sad that people like, you know, like Asmongold, a man who makes a comment that was way off, who, you know, who thinks he has a place in saying so, which is weird because, in my opinion, you should be worried more about cleaning your fucking room. A man who is way out of touch with reality, where he uses a fucking rat as an alarm clock. A man who goes ahead and does things like brush his teeth, and then when he bleeds from brushing his teeth, wipes the actual blood on his actual wall that he sleeps next to. It's very, very off to hear someone who can't even do the basic necessities in life to keep himself clean, to keep himself, like, proper, or have some proper hygiene, is trying to go ahead and talk about certain things against people, starting to have like comments in certain areas that he knows nothing about, and it's just very, very weird to me. As you can see, this clown went ahead and got banned. And I'm glad that he did. I think we need to start weeding out a lot more people who did these negative things or make these negative comments. And with that, we need to try to go ahead and start building the streamer and content creator with better and more positive streamers out there. And it's just very, very weird that those comments come out from Asmongold. And I can honestly say that that's not someone I'm gonna need to actually be part of. That's someone who, like, I don't want nothing to have to do with. Like, God forbid, if I get big and I see him around, I'm gonna walk past him. There's a lot of people that I'm gonna walk past that have done the wrong things in general, and who are big names anyway. Yeah, he's not a name that I want to meet. He's not a person I want to meet. I don't care of meeting someone like this. I don't care about hearing someone like this getting a certain fame that he doesn't deserve with his ignorance and the negative comments that he makes. But in my opinion, we already weeded out a whole bunch of clowns, and we just weeded out another one. And all I can say is good riddance.